The Industry of Souls, penned by British author Martin Booth in 1998, delves into the life of Alexander Bayliss, an elderly British man who has found his haven in the secluded Russian village of Myshkino. His connection with a fellow Myshkino resident, Kirill, formed during their time in the Gulag, binds them in fraternal camaraderie. Shortlisted for the 1998 Booker Prize, this novel has garnered critical acclaim as an observant book likely to be long remembered. The narrative commences in the present day, where Alexander Bayliss celebrates his 80th birthday within the confines of the remote Myshkino village. Here, he is known as Shurik by Frozia and Trofim, the young couple who share his home. During the morning's conversation, Shurik discloses to Frozia and Trofim that he anticipates the arrival of guests and faces a momentous decision regarding his future, one that might entail his departure from their lives. Frozia, deeply fond of the old man, is distressed by this news, but Shurik beseeches her not to press for answers, as he requires solitude to ponder his choices. Following breakfast, Shurik embarks on his customary rounds throughout the village, exchanging greetings with neighbors who, over the years, have become his cherished friends. Through these interactions and Shurik's introspective musings, readers gain insight into the history that has led him to this place. In 1952, during a business trip to Dresden, the 40-year-old Alexander Bayliss is apprehended by Soviet authorities on false charges of espionage for Britain. Subsequently, he is sentenced to 25 years of arduous labor in the coal mines of the Arctic Circle. In the confines of the Sosnogorsk Gulag 32 Gulag prison camp, Alexander becomes part of a 7-man work team, headed by the benevolent Kirill. Among his Russian comrades, Alexander is bestowed the moniker Shurik. Together, Shurik, Kirill, and their companions endure the harsh rigors of their environment, treacherous labor, and the anguish of prolonged separation from their families. Yet, Shurik's narrative predominantly focuses on the wisdom he accumulates through these tribulations, the profound significance of companionship, and the inherent fragility of human existence and pursuits. Shurik recounts a series of allegorical tales drawn from his time in the Gulag, often featuring animals, like a caged fox and a wasp ensnared in a spider's web. He also shares peculiar anecdotes, including an incident where the mining team stumbles upon the frozen remains of a woolly mammoth. Starving and desperate, they thaw some of the flesh and consume it. However, the centerpiece of his Gulag memories revolves around the moment when his team is redirected from their regular mining duties to aid in an archaeological excavation. Engaged in unearthing the remains of people who perished millennia ago, Shurik and Kirill assist each other in achieving a profound comprehension of their place within the grand tapestry of history. Within this context, Shurik discerns that friendship and human connections are the sole facets worth preserving life for. Tragedy befalls them one day in the form of a catastrophic mining accident that leaves Kirill mortally wounded. As Kirill languishes in his final moments, he implores Shurik to locate his daughter, Frozia, extracting a solemn promise from his friend. Upon his release, Shurik embarks on a journey to Myshkino to fulfill his pledge. There, he discovers Frozia, who has already established a life with her husband, Trofim. Shurik informs them of his mission, stating that he has come from Kirill, and they warmly welcome him into their home. Although he never consciously decides to adopt Myshkino as his domicile, as the weeks evolve into months and then years, Shurik does exactly that. He imparts English lessons to the village's children and witnesses their maturation. The downfall of communism brings modest prosperity and newfound freedoms to the village. Over time, he becomes a cherished elder of the community, universally admired for his contented acceptance of his fate and his unwavering refusal to harbor bitterness or blame the Russian populace for his suffering in the Gulag. One afternoon, Shurik's visitors arrive in a rare black limousine, a sight seldom seen in Myshkino. 2 individuals emerge from the vehicle, an official from the British Embassy in Moscow and Shurik's cousin, Michael Tibble, whom Shurik has never met before. Tibble has spent years searching for Shurik, and this encounter marks their long-awaited reunion. Tibble recounts the fates of Shurik's parents and other relatives, extending a heartfelt invitation for the elderly man to return to England and reside with him and his own family. Shurik expresses profound gratitude for Tibble's tireless efforts in seeking him out but conveys his inability to leave Myshkino. He emphasizes that no connections in England, including those with his blood relatives, hold a candle to the bond he cultivated with Kirill during their time in the Gulag. In Mishkino, Shurik has found a profound sense of purpose in his life, and he believes he carries the spirit of Kirill within him, ensuring that Kirill's legacy endures in his daughter. Frozia, while elated by Shurik's decision, harbors some concern that he may feel obligated to remain with her. Shurik assures her that this is far from the truth. He genuinely desires to stay in Mishkino, as it has infused his life with meaning. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.